How you going here? Ben Shepherd here again. Going to be talking about the Indigo Children thing today. That's going to be a couple of long ones. Sorry, but it's awesome, the Indigo Children, and the explanation will come very quickly. Sorry about the mess. We're in the middle of moving at the moment and a lot of stuff, but I can fit in the 10-minute time limit to talk to you guys because it's important. And I'm going to start off with a couple of shout outs to some very important people out there that I've seen over the internet on YouTube and stuff. Your Indigo Children, research that. Understand who you are and what you are, because you're special. And there's your proof right there of how special you are. If you're a parent of one of those children, adhere to what it says about them, because your child is so amazing and so special in so many ways that God himself does look into him on a daily basis. And it says in Psalms, I think it's Psalms 23, about how he wrote in a book. And that's not the Lamb's Book of Life for Jesus, because that's Jesus's book saying that he honors you and knows you and you know him. It's God's book and it's God's plan, and it's, yeah, your kid is really that big. Number one, first one on that is Mr. Max Logan. Your ideas and what you see in so many ways. I first seen you with your Nikola Tesla static collector. Oh boy, that thing's cool and could go so many places. I've seen where it sits in the world, and your ideas considered the top of this planet and feed it in so many ways, and just follow that. The ionosphere is a lovely place to play. The number two on my list is Greg Braden. Mr. Greg Braden, your ideas and what you see and what you feel with metaphysics and science is so true and so to the point that you have caused my brain to do backflips and study, and I've tried to contact you specifically about the Isaiah effect, because it could be so great and so big, and that's the job. That is the job. The rest is just fun, and on that side of things, oh, let's play, man. I love quantum physics. I've got a Kundalini stuff, all of that. Woo! That side of things, that's playground, that's Candyland. But the job needs to be done because God needs the job done. He needs the people to connect and create the energy flow of good and love in just such a way that the small number required can create the effect. And the only understanding of that is yours, of Isaiah effect. So yeah, let's bring that home. Let's get it going. Number three on this, Francis Chan. My girlfriend introduced me to your videos after she came out and said, man, this guy speaks like you, like your words. That exactly, just watch him. And I watched you for 5 minutes and cried. And then I watched you for an hour and understood. And you have the teachings that embraces what God is trying to teach and wants us to learn, to the point that even your child can bring tears of joy with her song. That song is so beautiful, and that's something you're one of those parents that I say about. And the ones that are allowing the kids and giving the kids the breathing space and the understanding and all of that extra stuff, that love. With the Max Logan, the chair, wow, just the donor and stuff, you know that his mum loves him and will be there for him in every way that he needs, and the understanding that he can be great if he has the positive reinforcement in which only a mother and a father can give. Because we're all parents, we're all fathers, we're all mothers, and we're all children at the same time, because our Father still speaks to us, and that is God. We understand and we can speak back with the words that are not of this earth and are not a human. It's an ancient language and it's called the tongues. Nashotora inehiti tipitira sanyara siti anaho popona hata. Ishini itiri hihi naha epiteri anho nahatiri anaho popona hatere siti. That's God's language. That's what I speak to God, and that's what I feel has guided me. I've always honoured that. I've always trusted in God, no matter what I've done. And some of my life has been very questionable. Believe me, it's taken me 40 years to prove to God that no matter where I am and no matter what I'm doing, my heart is with Him. And because of that, and Francis Chan explained it the best when he said it. When he said that God is just waiting for us and saying, come along, but I want you to build this building with me from the footing to the tip so that we can sit together and for eternity. And it takes 40 years. I'm telling you, I lived it. And I don't want anyone to go through the crap I went through to learn the lessons that we need to learn. Because that 40 years took its toll. And I wear it on my chest. And I wear it in my eyes and in my soul. And I know that it takes that time. And I know that it's worth it. And it's frustrating and it hurts. And it's stressful. But you learn lots of things. And you learn that you can only have tears of joy, because tears of pain and tears of sorrow for too long just hold you back, and it causes the depression effect. A negative will always try and, affect positive, but positive is always powerful and more powerful. God is in the mix. He speaks to us through the Holy Spirit. And His connection to us through the Holy Spirit is through Christ. Through the person who spoke and said, I am His child, and so are you. And through that connection, through the connection of knowing God, knowing Jesus, and being Jesus' friend, causes you to then be able to step into the light and become the friend of God and talk to Him in a manner of which He can speak back. And the Holy Spirit is proven in us. It's the light, the infinite light that is in between every single atom, every single molecule of every single atom, that science can explain but can't explain. They can see it and they can name it as a pure light, white, infinite light. But that as far as it goes. As far as that, after that, it's a UFO. Pretty much. It's just everywhere, not flying in the sky and trying to land on us and buried in places. Anyway, on that side of things, God is everywhere, and it's proven. Science has proven it. So you just got to follow the leads, follow the links, and see what's going on. I do have another shout out. I don't have his actual name, but very important kid. Taught me a lot about dimensional understanding, because yes, he is right. We see the dimensions in 2 dimensions, even though we live in the 3rd dimension, because the 3rd dimension is not of the physical in which our eyes can comprehend. The 3rd dimension is in fact of the thought, of the understanding, of the comprehension of the full picture. And that is that we will not actually ever see the 3rd dimension, because the 3rd dimension is not capable of being seen with our physical eyes. But it is able to be seen with our spirit. And that is why we have this thing on our forehead right here, which actually gets a little bit tingly sometimes. And that is our third eye, and that allows us to see in the spiritual, which is the third dimension. So, this guy here, I'm going to put up his name, just so it's seen. On my phone it's backwards, so we're just Troop, because the understanding is, I guess it kind of shows a bit of cool science too for someone. I hope it's light enough in here. No, the mirror. Sorry. Because you got to find the correct item now. Sorry, this was an unplanned part of it where mirrors are a playful thing with lights, and there it is. Hopefully that's seen. Hopefully. But if it's backwards, I'm going to have to write it backwards after I check. Now, I've actually gone over my 10-minute promised line on that. So, I'm going to have to say, I'm Benjamin Shepherd. Research. Anybody that reads this, hears this, research indigo children, because they are the future. And I don't care who you are in the elite, because I tell you what, you pack up, sell up, go on holiday and retire, because God's a coming, and He's had His children here for a very long time. And they've been learning, and they're training, and they're waking up, and now they're here. So, love yous all, and talk to yous with the next part of this one, where it will just be information for yous to research and understand. But these people that I've spoken about in the meantime, look them up. They're amazing. They really are. They're indigo, and they are gods, and they are great. They really are. I can just see them, but I can't be them. They're too great for me to even be. So yeah, big shout out on all of them, and you guys are all beautiful. See yous.